Big question, what is fairness? And why does it matter? Imagine living in a village where only a few people get to enjoy the best fruits from the trees. Even though everyone worked hard to grow them, what if some people were always left out? No matter how much they contributed. In this chapter, we'll explore what social injustice means, why fairness is important, and how we can take action to address unfair situations. Join Harder and her wise mentor, Babajide, as they navigate the challenges of social injustice in their community. Harder experiences firsthand the impacts of unfairness and learns valuable lessons about how to stand up for what is right. This chapter will take you on an adventure through their efforts to bring fairness and equality to their village. In the vibrant village of Hibardan, Harder was excited about the upcoming harvest festival. The village had worked hard throughout the year, and everyone was eager to celebrate. But as Harder prepared for the festival, she noticed something troubling. Some villagers seemed to be receiving more than their fair share of rewards and recognition, while others were left out. One day, Harder met her mentor, Babajide, an elder known for his wisdom and fairness. Seeing Harder's concerned expression, Babajide asked, "Harder, what's troubling you?" Harder sighed, "Babajide, I've noticed that not everyone is treated fairly. Some people seem to get more rewards and recognition, even though we all worked hard. Why does this happen?" Babajide smiled kindly. "Let me tell you about social injustice and why fairness is so important. Social injustice," Babajide began, "is when people are treated unfairly or unequally. It means that some individuals or groups are given fewer opportunities or rewards, even though they deserve the same chances as others. Imagine working hard in the fields, but receiving only a small portion of the harvest while others get more. This is an example of social injustice because your efforts are not being fairly rewarded. Sometimes, people are denied basic rights like education or healthcare simply because of their background or status. This is also a form of social injustice. When someone is given a job or reward not because of their skills or hard work, but because of their family connections, it's called nepotism. This isn't fair to others who may be more qualified. When rewards or punishments are given based on personal feelings or favoritism rather than fair criteria, it's unfair. This can lead to resentment and a lack of motivation. Harder nodded, understanding the examples. So, social injustice is when things are not fair and people are treated unequally. Exactly, Babajide said. It's important to recognize these issues so we can work towards fairness. Harder was curious about how to address these unfair situations. But how can we let our leaders know about these injustices? Babajide explained, there are several ways to communicate social injustice to leaders effectively. Sometimes, people gather and peacefully demonstrate to show that they are unhappy with the way things are. This can draw attention to the issue and prompt action. A strike is when workers stop doing their jobs to protest unfair conditions or treatment. It's a way to show that they will not work until changes are made. Reducing production or slowing down work can be a form of protest. It shows that if conditions don't improve, people will not be as productive. When employees resign or leave their jobs, it can highlight dissatisfaction with unfair treatment. This often encourages leaders to address the issues to prevent further resignations. Harder thought about these methods and wondered which one might be appropriate for her village. Babajide then discussed what happens if social injustices are ignored. Ignoring these issues can have serious consequences. When people see that unfairness is not addressed, they lose trust in their leaders and institutions. This can lead to a lack of cooperation and unity. Social injustices can lead to conflicts and disputes. People may become frustrated and angry, which can escalate into larger problems. If people feel that their efforts are not recognized or rewarded fairly, their motivation and morale can drop. This affects productivity and community spirit. Unfair practices can lead to missed opportunities for many individuals. When everyone is not given a fair chance, the community loses out on the talents and contributions of its members. Harder listened thoughtfully, understanding the importance of addressing social injustices promptly. One day, Harder witnessed an example of social injustice at the festival preparations. Despite her hard work, she saw that some people were receiving more praise and rewards than others who had worked just as hard. Harder decided it was time to take action. Harder approached Babajide, who encouraged her to address the issue calmly and constructively. "Harder, Sometimes it's important to speak up and make sure that everyone's efforts are recognized, but it's also crucial to approach the situation with empathy and respect. Harder followed Baba Jideh's advice and gathered the villagers to discuss their concerns. She suggested a fair system for recognizing everyone's contributions and proposed ways to ensure that rewards are distributed equitably. Through her efforts, Harder helped the village implement a more transparent system for rewards and recognition. This not only improved fairness but also strengthened the sense of community and cooperate. Throughout her journey, Harder practiced several emotional intelligence skills. Harder put herself in the shoes of those who felt overlooked. She listened to their concerns and understood their feelings of frustration. By addressing the issue respectfully and involving others in finding a solution, Harder demonstrated strong social skills. She was able to communicate her concerns effectively and work with others to implement changes. Harder's persistence in addressing the issue, despite initial resistance, showed her resilience. She didn't give up on her goal of achieving fairness for everyone. Baba Jideh encouraged Harder to think critically about the problem. Consider the different approaches we discussed. Which one do you think would be most effective in your situation? Harder analyzed the options and chose to propose a fair recognition system. She considered the impact of each method and decided that open dialogue and a transparent approach would be the most constructive. Baba Jideh shared a story of a magical land where fairness was maintained by a magical scale that balanced rewards and recognition. Only when the scale was perfectly balanced could the land remain prosperous and harmonious. This whimsical element helped Harder see the importance of balance and fairness in a new light. Harder's experience reflects real-life situations where fairness and justice are important. Whether in schools, workplaces, or communities, ensuring that everyone is treated equally and fairly helps create a more just and harmonious environment. In Nigerian traditions, fairness and justice are highly valued. Addressing social injustices and advocating for fairness is aligned with cultural values of equity and respect for all individuals. As the festival drew to a close, Harder and Baba Jideh reflected on the changes they had made. Harder learned that addressing social injustice requires both courage and empathy. By working together and advocating for fairness, they were able to make a positive impact on their community. Think about your own community or school. Are there areas where fairness could be improved? Consider how you might take action to address any issues of social injustice you see. Remember, even small actions can lead to significant changes.